Welcome everyone to episode 211 of Just Joshing. I am your host Joshua Pantellaresco. I write stuff and podcast to you. Today, my guest is a little different, a little fun, a little more metal. The Metal Maiden herself, Maggie Bolcsfoldy, is my guest. And Maggie is a photographer, but she doesn't just photograph anything. She photographs bands. And one of the cool things, and I've said this in the past, I'm saying this right now, is I've had the opportunity to talk to some amazing people doing amazing things. And I truly do believe that some of the most talented people are from Canada. I really, really do. And Maggie's one of them. It's been really cool. It was really cool to have a chance to talk to her about where she's been, just following her passion of just doing photography. And some cool things have been happening to her lately. And also, she's sweet. She's a very sweet person. She really, really is. It was a hoot to talk to her, meet her, form friendship with her and her boyfriend Rain, who happened to be there during this conversation. So you might hear him from a time or two. He was hilarious as well. But all in all, I had a blast, and Maggie was definitely a personal highlight for me this year. So Maggie, it was a pleasure, and you're going to see going forward more different artists. Don't get me wrong, I'm not getting away from writers altogether. I'm definitely going to be doing a lot of writing-related stuff as well still. But there's a lot of cool other artists out there, and I'm hoping Maggie is a step into that direction for me. So without further ado, let's hear from the Metal Maiden herself, shall we? This is officially on, so if you have anything incriminating you'd like to say, make it good.
No, I'm good.
He's amused at my first question. So how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
I'm tired. I've been my life got crazy about 2 months ago, and I'm not quite sure. Well, like I said, the podcast got nominated. I've done a couple live shows with the podcast ever since, right? So I did a live podcast about 3 weeks ago with the Romantic Writers of Alberta. They are a hoot. They were a hoot. They made me blush furiously quite a few times. I actually just interviewed one of them one-on-one because I only had a chance to talk to her for 15 minutes. We actually had a real good conversation yesterday, actually. And so between that, the board game thing where we talked about off the air, and I've also just finished a comic script for a project that's been going on for a long time, and
That's awesome.
I don't sleep.
Yeah, I'm tired too.
Yes. So I'm a little jealous of you to begin with. I'm going to say this up front. Here's why I suck at photography.
Oh.
I'm terrible at it. When I was in college, I was taking a journalism course, right? And what ended up happening was anything that could go wrong can go wrong. I had a nice camera too, like those old school Konica camera.
Oh.
See, her eyes just lit up, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
He's like, and I fucked it up. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. See.
Yeah, how'd you fuck that up?
Very by accident. I don't know. Yeah. No. It's just for whatever. Now, here's the thing. The rest of my family are amazing photographers. My sister is probably a world-class photographer.
Oh wow.
Like legitimately, and my father's no slouch in that department. My mom is no slouch in that department. I, for whatever reason, don't have the skill set that way. So I'm a little. So what got you into photography?
It's memories to me.
Every
picture is a memory that you capture, and that's never going to happen again.
It's true. So did you like?
So it just started off as school friends, hanging out, taking pictures. It just went from there, and then I got pushed into the live stuff. It just kicked off from there.
It just kicked off from there. So memory. So obviously memories are important to you. So when did you come to that realization?
Not until I started doing the actual music photography. Yeah, and then I was at a show one time, and I was standing there going, wow, this is pretty neat. This is actually memorable to me, and I'm capturing something that's never going to happen the same way again, and I've always looked at it like that since then.
So about 10 years ago, I had a very, very rough, I was going through a very rough time in my life, and I had this moment where I kind of had my confrontation with my own mortality. At that moment, I kind of recognized that really the only true money any of us have in this life is our time.
Yeah.
Right? If we can't get it back. If we can only go forward. Consequently, my cardinal sin with everybody is wasting my time. I hate that so much. But it's important because you're right. Cause you can never have that exact moment ever again.
No, and bands will play all over the world, but you're never going to get that exact same moment ever.
No.
Ever.
So you've done. How many concerts have you seen?
Oh, a lot. I can't even.
So. Now, you do a lot of metal, so is that your exclusive, or do you just like listen to everything and anything you can?
I listen to all kinds of stuff. I was actually going to do Country Thunder, but we're going to Winnipeg, so that would have been my first little dabble in country, but it's mostly rock and metal. I would like to venture out into other things, but I just keep getting pulled back into that.
You did hockey once.
Oh yeah, I did hockey. The juniors? Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. That was neat. That was last year.
So how was that different than what you normally do?
That was completely different. Completely different. I found I had to change my settings a lot more, and it was a learning experience for me because I had never done it.
I imagine like for bands, because although there's always an energy and a movement going on, they're generally in one spot though. Right? No.
Oh, no.
I just been corrected terribly here.
No.
No.
Oh no.
No.
One moment you can be there, and the next they'll be over there or behind the drummer.
Yeah.
I've actually smoked my head on a guitar stop before. My own fault. I was taking pictures. I was kneeling down, going upward. And I was taking a picture of the guitarist. The other guitarist moved in front of me and was going forward, playing. I didn't know when to stand up, and I smoked my head, and that hurts. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
Very careful now.
That would hurt. So you separate from a lot of photographers I know are they're fearless. They put the camera in front of them, and they will go into this is such a good shot. I just gotta have the shot. Is that's you?
Yeah, I'll see somebody will be doing something specific, and I'll be like, oh, I have to capture that. If I miss it, oh my God, am I ever disappointed? Because it's not going to happen that same way again, so yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So note to self, to make you fearless, just give a camera in front of you and just go. Yeah.
But if I'm in front of that camera, woo, that's a whole different story. I feel so awkward.
I have found that's every woman in general. Every woman in general. You guys, see, here's the thing. You look a lot nicer than we do by a huge stretch of the imagination. So we're getting pictures taken. It's like, okay, you want to take a picture of our? Okay, sure, whatever. And then, but you guys, oh my God, I look hideous, and we're looking at you. It's like, really? Where?
We can pick out all our flaws that we hate about ourselves. Right?
That's the thing. It's just weird to me because it's like no one else notices.
No, but it's definitely a girl thing. Yeah, we pick ourselves apart way too much.
I noticed that. Does it get easier when you get older?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, for me, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You just get to that point where you're like, screw it. I am who I am. I still don't like the gray hair, but I don't think I'll ever get over that.
No, well, no, we all have our little bits of vanity, right? We all do. I mean, I noticed that, I noticed this year that, I used to have even thicker hair on top, and now it's like, it's not quite as thick as it once was. Like, oh no. Yeah.
Like the gray.
Yeah. But the same token, here's the thing: you get older, you change, you evolve, you grow, and it doesn't change who you are.
No, it doesn't. It
can. Oh, it can if you let it. Right?
Yeah.
So.
No, I would never change who I am for that. Mind you, it sucks getting older, but.
Well, I imagine I think with me when I get older, I'm going to be a lot more bolder because I'm going to give even less of a shit, and it's like I'm just gonna give even less of a shit because I'll be like, you know what, it's like really, if I've had a good life, if things really go wrong, it's okay. I can live with it. I still have this plan when I'm 80 years old. I'm going to be skydiving.
Oh my goodness, I wouldn't do that.
Why not?
Not even now. I'm scared of heights.
Yeah,
Woo,
but the thing is that, like, I'm not saying I'm bulletproof, because no, like, anytime it can happen, I can just be gone one day.
Yes.
But on the flip side, when I've lived that long, yeah,
good point. You had a good full life.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? Why not? Like, why? I mean, I might need a nap afterwards, and I'm a big.
I would.
You like me? I can.
I need an anxiety pill too to be doing that. Woo.
Exactly. Nah, yeah, but so I mean, but the thing is, as you get older, like you it crystallizes what really matters to you. I find a lot more. You don't worry about you realize that a lot of things become distractions. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, and some things you worry about then seem so petty.
No, yeah, because you've outgrown that shit. It's like, yeah, you've outgrown it. But again, it's who you were versus who you are, right? And hopefully you always have that. When, like, again, going back, if I'm 80 and I find that nothing changes from like 70, I have a problem. I need to do something different with my life, right? That's kind of how I see it. Like, if I'm not changing or evolving, what's the point?
Yeah, that's true. That's just like a musician or an artist.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta change, can't stay the same.
No. So you're trying to branch out into different things. So all the stuff you've done.
Yep.
I'm going to ask an evil. This is an evil question.
Uh-oh.
What's your favorite? What's been your favorite stuff you've done? See, it's an evil question.
My first, that's got to be Godsmack. That was my first huge concert that I shot. That was my actual favorite. But coming to that, it's doing the local guys. They gave me my start, and I have a lot of good memories from that.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for them letting me do it and getting my practice in with the live, I would have not been able to do bigger stuff today.
Yeah. So Godsmack, the biggest show you've done?
One of them, yeah.
What else? What else have you done?
Five Finger Death Punch, Nikki Sixx's band, 6 a.m., Papa Roach. Who else? Why am I having Zach Wild? COC.
Cooper.
Alice Cooper. Vanilla
He's cool.
Ice. Salt and Pepper. Who else?
Megadeth.
Oh, Megadeth.
So
I'm sure there's more suicidal tendencies.
Theory of a Dead Man.
So you're definitely. So have any of your stuff like hit magazines or anything like that yet?
Yeah, it's been one in the UK.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Which one? Do you remember?
The Metal Maiden, it's called.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Out of France, wasn't it? I think.
No, that was your guys'. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So.
Mind you, I've never really tried to put any in a magazine before.
Well, you should. No, I mean, you should. I mean, if you're obviously you've got some things going for you. If some advantage, like, hey, you're really good at this. Let's book you to do stuff, because that says something right there of how you take your shots, and it means you somewhat have an idea what you're doing, which is better than I do. So I mean, but I mean, at this point, again, this goes like you've established yourself already, and kind of like you have a niche you're really good at, and that's cool. And I'm not saying, something tells me that if I go to a metal concert, you're gonna be the one person I'm gonna be fighting in the mosh pit for. It's like, hey, no.
With my camera, no way.
No.
I'm too old for that now.
You're too old for that now?
Yeah, I think my body would die.
I fought. See the old people that are in the mosh pit. They're the dirtiest fighters in the mosh pit.
And there's so many when we go to shows too.
They fight so dirty. One of them I was in the pit with. I was just like, he was going straight for kidney shots. So it's like, what the heck?
Flying elbows.
Flying elbows. They're easy. I'm kind of I just go like this. You can block those. Yeah. Kidney shots are brutal. Yeah.
You don't see those coming.
Yeah, exactly. That's the worst part about that, right? Yeah. So I took one. I looked at them. So you do that again, I just drop you. They were nicer to me after that.
Yeah. They usually are at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you gotta stand up for yourself, right? So.
You do. If you don't, that's when you get walked on.
And then that's life in general.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So okay. So you get the. So who was your favorite to watch live? Because the reason because you're in a unique opportunity, because you're kind of in like, yeah, there's a business end of taking the shots and things, but you see a lot of shows this way. Like I imagine like someone like Alice Cooper. Like
I would say Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah.
They interacted with me, and yeah, it's my favorite one to watch so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, big locally, it would have been these guys. I seen them the first time. Oh my God, I didn't even know who they were, didn't know them or anything. And me and my girlfriends were sitting at the back of the room because I got hired to do City of Fire photos, and they opened for them. And we're like, oh, we don't know who these guys are, so we're just gonna sit here and see if we like them or whatever. And then I don't know, a minute in, we all got up and went to the stage, and I snapped pictures, and I ended up taking more pictures of them than I actually did the City of Fire, who actually hired me.
Oops.
Yeah, they still got pictures, but yeah.
No. So just because we haven't done this on who is we have an audience member in the crowd. He's been laughing. So just do quick and just introduce yourself, Rico.
I'm Wayne. She manages my band, and then after that we started dating. So she's also my girlfriend.
Yeah. So Mr. Wayne, what's your band?
Junkies Rush.
Junkies Rush.
Yes.
So when's your just real quick? When's your next show?
It's gonna be August 25th in Drumheller.
Okay.
Neighbors.
Very good.
And that's our last gig for the year because we are starting our new album. So.
Good luck.
Yeah.
All right.
So we have 2 songs already written and a bunch of new ideas coming up. So we should hopefully, if all works good, be done in the spring, and we'll start playing out again.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. All right. So now we introduce the Peanut Gallery.
I've been called that before.
Yes.
You have.
It's a. I'm gonna give him a there from here distance, right? So yeah, exactly. But so from like you're content, I think, doing Metals and Knees, but you always talk about branching more. What would be your idea? Like you've gone to do the bigger shows now for metal. What are some of the, other bands or people that you would love to actually do? And or I know what are some of your other goals in photography?
I would love to actually go and be a tour on a concert tour and to experience that once. I would actually like to go on a safari and do pictures.
That'd be cool.
Too. Yeah. I'm sorry. What was the other half of the question? Sorry.
Like you kind of answered it with the safari deal. You kind of did. So because it's like
I
what?
just feel like there was something else I wanted to say, but I forgot.
Okay, so like, what are you? Okay, so I'll repeat it just maybe to help brush your memory. Or like what bands did you want to see was the first question, and the second thing is what else would you like to do for photography? So the safari thing kind of answered that a little bit.
Yes, I would. Who have I not seen? Does it matter if I've seen them already or not?
No.
I would love to see Judas Priest again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is totally about what you want to do at this point.
He just cranks it out. His voice is amazing. It just blew me away the first time I seen him. He was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So. But you gonna try to submit now? We actually talked to you, told you that you should.
I actually had a little light bulb that why haven't I done that yet?
Yeah. So maybe one day I'll look at a cover of a major magazine. It'll be your picture on there.
That'd be awesome.
But why not?
I love it.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
You certainly have the portfolio.
Yeah.
All right.
In there.
Yeah. So why not? Right? Indeed. So. Well, Miss Maggie, I thank you for putting up with me for the time you have.
No problem.
But yeah. So, for those people who do not know you, tell them who you are and how they can find you.
Okay, my name is Maggie Bolcsfoldy, and I'm under Facebook on Metal Maiden Inc. I also have Instagram and a Wix webpage, Twitter, Viewbug, Tumblr, and I think I've covered all of that so far.
Yeah.
And I'm a photographer. I work for Metal Heads Forever magazine doing pictures and interviews. And I've managed Junkies Rush.
Nice. So you're just a one-of-a-kind rock star in more ways than one.
A rock star that doesn't play.
That might be true, but what I mean by that is well, I guess the right term would be Renaissance woman.
Oh.
That's a fancy term. So just for the record, a Renaissance in any but man or woman is someone that is skilled in multiple disciplines and practices them on a regular basis. For example, I write, I podcast, I apparently make board games now, and so I'm going to change my business card next year to just creator of stuff instead I write stuff and podcasts too, right? But you're a photographer, I'm a business manager. Magazine, do you design stuff for the magazine too?
No, I just do the pictures. write
Okay.
interviews and do show reviews and album reviews.
So you're a writer too?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there you go.
I'm a mom too, and
Yeah.
a grandma, and I have a massive garden at home that I love to do.
So what don't you do?
I can't play drums, which I would love to learn.
Something else to shoot for. Hey, remember,
Yeah.
like I said, 80 for me, skydiving. 80 for you, your first drum record.
Hilarious, the metal grandma.
Hey, listen. Christopher Lee cut his first single at 90.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane.
No, but again, the older you get, the less fucks you have.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, why not? You're here once. Look, I don't know what your spiritual inclination is, but I have one. But even so, I look at it like this: I'm only here, as far as I know, once. So I can do nothing and be miserable, or I can try to do everything that's in my head and heart and go out there and put it out there. And maybe I never reach the pinnacle of success, but at least I don't have anything in my head or heart goes, you should have done this.
Yeah, see, that's my thing too. I don't want to be that person that said, oh, I should have. What if I did this?
That's the most painful regret in the world. Is like, I'd rather make 1,000 mistakes than have that.
Yeah, me too. I think that would be really hard for me to deal with that, going, what if I did this and I didn't? I think I'd regret it.
Everybody would. Well, I think everybody does. But very few people, not everybody does anything about it though.
That would bother me to no end. Yeah. There's stuff I can think of right now that I said, I should have did it. Like I could have went with Five Finger Death Punch on the last little bit of their Canadian tour, but it didn't work out because my daughter was still younger at the time. So I had that little regret.
Yeah, but okay. So in that particular case, it's just you had priorities, and that's not a bad. It's not a regret, and it's like it's an opportunity. However, if they did make you that offer, you know what you should do? Next time they go on tour, contact them. Say, hey, listen, I'd love to take you up on that. I can take you up on this offer now, and they might say no. They might, but
easy to deal with.
Yeah, exactly. right. But then you get the habit. But sometimes. So mine personally, I was at the San Diego Comic Convention in 2007, and I was only able to go for 2 days. The hotel offered me to stay for free to go to San Diego for a third day. I could not take it. I couldn't. I tried. I couldn't do it. It was like, But I recognized something. I just recognized it. It wasn't. It was the right place, just the wrong time.
And everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. But the thing is,
you don't know what it is.
Yeah. But next time, right place, right time. And then I'll have that opportunity next time to do it right. Right? And that's what it sounds like for you. You were at the right place, it was just the wrong time.
Yeah, I just couldn't.
Yeah, no, and
I just couldn't picture leaving my daughter for that amount of time.
Oh my goodness, you're a good mom. Congratulations.
14? Well, it's pretty much just me and the boys she has, right? Her dad doesn't play an active role in her life, so I didn't want to just.
No, but like that's again. You're a good parent. Congratulations. They're not as common as they should be. Yeah. Right place, wrong time. That's it. That's all that is, right? It's right place, wrong time. You'll get a right place, right time.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure I will.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll work at it.
Yeah, I don't think you have to work that hard. I think it's just a matter of you just...
Communicate.
Yeah. Think of it like this, okay? This is probably going to be close to my 200th episode. Yeah.
I was watching 179 the other day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like that?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. So here's the thing about that. So this would be 190 something. Look how many people I've met. So if I want to make something happen, I just go through that whole Rolodex of people I've met and go, hey, listen, and just don't be a prick about it. It's like, I'm just wondering if this would be cool, right? And I have, you know what? You get a lot by just asking sometimes.
Yeah, you do. The worst thing happens is a no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We are in the rejection business. It's just the way it goes.
Yeah, some people can't handle that though.
well, then you shouldn't be in the business.
True.
Right.
I've seen a lot of meltdowns from rejections.
Well, okay, the thing about rejection. Wow, this is actually getting to the good stuff here. So the thing about rejection. See, the reason. Okay, yeah, it hurts because at that time, like whether it's music or photography or writing, we're doing the very best we can in that moment in that time. But what you have to accept as an artist, any genre, doesn't matter what it is, no matter how good your work is, it might not fit what's being done currently right now. Yeah. That's a very common, and that's more that's more common than you realize. And again, it's not that it's bad. It's just like it's not quite what we're going for. And they, trust me, they don't like rejecting that stuff either. But sometimes you are legitimately just not good enough in that moment, and that's a blow to the ego. But it's also but a lot of people forget this. It's not like it's only a no for now. It's not a no forever. It's like
that's true. I've never looked at it like that before.
Yeah, it's a no for now. I'm in the right. So I had an agent approach. I approached an agent. She was interested in a book, and I gave it. It wasn't good enough, and it just wasn't good enough. But she was very nice, very professional, very sincere about her about it, and I know down the road I'm going to have that opportunity again, and it will be better. It's going to be harder for her to say no next time.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I want to make it so hard to say no that she can't do it. That's the goal.
That's a good goal to have.
Yeah.
Keep pushing through.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
So, and same with you. So you're going to go into the magazine, but stuff with your photography, you're going to get rejections. That's just it's just part of the deal, right? And it might not be good enough. I hope. So this is what I wish for you. I hope the people you find and submit with like your work, become fans of your work, because they'll give a shit and they'll help you become better, so they can't say no to you.
Yeah.
That's my wish for you.
Thank you. That's really nice.
Yeah.
I know what you mean about the rejection thing, though, because sometimes when the album reviews and stuff that I have to do sometimes I just find it to be, some of it can be horrible, and I don't want to say, oh my god, this CD was absolutely horrible and it made my ears bleed, right? So I have to find like a nice way to say it. And I try to find like the good points, and it's not just all negative. And
it's good. There has been work. This is why there's what they call a generic rejection letter. This is why these exist, because there are some things you get. It's just the way it is. They're just terrible. and it's not. And again, and strictly like no. This has nothing to do with the artist may have done their best. Sometimes you sincerely hope that's not their best, but still, right? Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
You've been here an hour ago.
Yeah. No, I don't think I wanted to be here an hour ago.
You would have seen something else.
Well, that's not beer, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
No, you don't get my joke. That's not beer. That's not beer. Something a little harder, just to rush the pain away. But anyways, no. But no. I mean, some people like it's just they're not there. That's not in all seriousness. If it's their best, they're just getting started. The one thing you don't want to do is discourage people from trying again. That's
why I try to find the good points with the negative ones too, so it's not just basically coming across as you suck. I don't want to make anybody feel bad about something they're proud that they created. Right? I just try to give them. That's
what Twitter's for, right?
Yes. Yeah.
That's what Twitter's for.
Oh yeah, there's tons of that on there.
Yeah, but see, and there's nothing useful on with that kind of. That's with that. It's good when you have to be critical. If you can't find anything really redeeming about it, that's fine. It's okay to be honest.
I still do. It might take me a bit, but I have to give them some kind of good compliment, even if it's just the artwork on the front. I can't. I feel so bad. I just can't.
I think the artwork thing would actually crush me the hardest, though, to be honest. I'll tell you.
Now I wonder how many.
Not because. See, because just again, my stick figures revolt when I draw. So, and so they protest. Why did you draw me like this? But that's okay. That's a diversion for another day, right? So I hire people out, and those people, I'm very fortunate. This is one of those things. I have a really cool Rolodex now, so I can go like, could you? Yeah. How much? Cool. Let's figure this out, and I can do that. And I've been very fortunate with the people I have worked for. But that I mean, and I have some say in the artwork, but not. I'm not dumb enough to be like a tyrant about it.
Yeah.
You draw the pictures better than I do. Who am I to argue with you about something? I just need this and this in there. Okay, done. Works, right? So when I get a rejection, it's like the art's amazing. I'm like, thank you. Tears in the eyes. What about the story? Nothing about the story. At least they were polite.
Now I'm gonna wonder every time I make that comment or something on one of the bad interviews.
All I'm saying is like the art. Unless you know the band themselves did the art. Yeah, it might like just on a personal note. If someone did that to me, I'd be like, I sucked. Yeah, pretty much. I think I've made a fan of your boyfriend. Yeah. It's like I like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? It just. But I mean, I get what you're saying. Like you're trying to encourage people to try again, because that again, what you're doing. We're not in the business of being perfect. That's, I think, one of the most important things. We're in the business of getting better, and that's a very different. So.
Yeah, that's a huge difference.
Yeah. So my first book, I got published. I cringe a little at it now. That means I've grown as an artist.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. See, I cringe at like my first set of live pictures too. I look and I'm like, oh my god, I actually took that. Oh,
Yeah.
Liked
No.
it? Whoa.
Well. Again. We practice our crafts.
Yeah.
Because we practice our crafts, we get better.
Mm-hmm.
The average person doesn't put that kind of work in those crafts that you've done, and that's right. So you can see now. You can see your imperfections a lot more.
Yep.
Now, here's the thing with me. Every so often, though, I look at my younger me. It's like, you did good, younger me. You were awesome here, right? Over here, you were terrible, but here. Yes, that's it, right? Here you were good, and it's like I'm sure you might have a few of those pictures, like, oh crap. It's like, okay, this was sexy even then. So
yeah, the Zach Wild pictures. I was like, oh, look at this. This is like perfection. I rock. I was so happy about that. But that's a good feeling too, when you're like, you look at something you've created and you haven't shown anybody else that, and you're so confident in it, and it's like, it's such a good feeling. You're like, wow, I did that.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So what are you now? What's your next show?
I don't have one. Oh no, sorry, Alice Cooper.
Nice. When?
September. Yeah.
Awesome. September what? Do you know?
22nd.
That weekend?
No, I think it's a Thursday.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be tired after that one. Work and then that. Yeah.
I work in the evenings. I saw. Oh yeah.
I would miss everything.
You think I'd miss everything? That's another story for another podcast.
Different podcast.
Yeah.
I would miss so many shows if I worked in the evenings. Oh no.
No, with all the respect, I like to my day job. I like you, but I do use you. No, don't take it personally. It's like, he really likes me.
You gotta use that job.
Well, no, look. We live in a world today where work is people that work for companies are treated like disposable tools. That's just the way it is.
You're a number.
You're a number, exactly. And I'm like the president. I'm like the president. I am not a number. I am a man. Well, the Prisoner's an awesome song. But anyways, but that all said, right? So that goes both ways. A lot of people don't really look at it that way. It actually goes both ways. If you are how you treat them. If you treat everybody like garbage, you kind of are garbage. And so, ergo, if I'm disposable, you're just as disposable. You might be a nicer tinfoil wrapper than some of the other ones, but you're still, at the end of the day, a tinfoil wrapper, right? And that's so I'm going to treat you accordingly.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm 36. My give a fuck level is it might be a little bit higher than yours, but not much. Yeah.
We're older than 36.
Yeah. I have to get there, right? I have to get there. It's like, but it's the way it goes.
Turning 40 was like, that's... 30 was worse though.
Really?
I cried, and I got kicked out of the bar. The TNC to top it off. I was not impressed. I was so sad to be 30. I thought, oh great, it's the end of my life.
No,
it's not. But at that time, I was just like, I don't know what it is about that number. With women, it's like 30 is that like point where you're like, oh.
Well,
really?
what I have found is, see, women pre-30 are no disrespect, up here. They're not there at all.
Easy too.
Right?
Yeah.
When you get past 30, you're like you start making peace with yourself, and then you guys are a lot generally more fun.
Yeah, we don't realize that. Yeah, I mean, and we're like, oh. Yeah, true, though.
No. Well, I think everybody has a little bit, like, we all have those. We all have to come to like that point where we have to make peace with ourselves.
Yeah.
Now, some of us do it sooner than others, but right. Some of us, like in my case, I had to face my own mortality in a very, very tough situation, so I had really no choice but to grow up, right? And so, but I mean, most people, you get to 30, it's like, you know what? I'm tired of doing what I was doing before because I'm not happy, and I'm not going anywhere doing this way. I seem just to be spiraling out of control, and I don't know why. I'm getting like, and then it's like, okay, enough of this shit. I'm getting too old. And literally, it's like, and then it's like, that's not a bad thing. I'm getting too old for this shit. I'm adulting.
Yeah, growing up.
Yeah.
You're big boys, big girls.
That's right. If I ever get excited over a squeegee, though, I'm too old. That's.
It's surprising what you get excited over when you're older. Like, look at you and your bubbles. You fucking love those things.
Well, but that's still kid-like. Bubbles are cool.
Yeah.
Right.
43 years old and I'm playing with bubbles in the yard.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. I still like Lego and ice cream, and
I do not like Lego.
Yeah, exactly.
Lego.
Those things hurt to step on.
No. That's fair. They do hurt to step on, but see, if I was in teaching in school, I'd be using Lego, because with Lego I can teach anything. Right? Absolutely. Well, no, you'd have their attention first off, but Lego's science. You have 4 different colors. That's DNA chains. It's chemistry, right?
Yeah.
It's chemistry. You have, see, it's a little imagination goes a long way, right?
Building.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're building construction. That's also physics. That's also mathematics. That's also creative art. My science project, when I built a Lego fulcrum.
Oh, neat. How long did that take?
One night, me and my buddy just built it together. He made sure he helped me enforce it, so I wouldn't just go to pieces whenever he did it.
Oh.
I made it a little too big. The fulcrum itself was a little too big. It was a little smaller. It would have been like, bing, it would have been perfect.
Oh, it's your first try then.
Yeah. So yeah. So like that. See, Lego's cool. I like ice cream and Baileys, but I don't know anybody that doesn't like ice cream and Baileys.
That's good.
Lactose. I still like it though.
Yeah. You pay for it, but you like.
That doesn't stop you.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know anybody that hates ice cream.
I can't say I do either.
Yeah. Certain flavors, yes, that's fine.
Yes.
So certain flavors, yeah, right.
Yeah.
But
ice cream itself.
Well, here's the thing. Would you believe them?
No. No, I'm shit. Can you not lie?
Yes.
Fucking liar. It's ice cream.
Yeah.
See? Right? I mean, I get excited over that stuff. Now, I don't get excited. I'm actually okay. I maybe should be a little smarter about this, but I'm less fascinated by amount of money someone has.
Yeah, me too. I don't really care.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
I care to make sure that we could survive, but
Food,
I'm not.
I like food. I like a roof over my head. I like pants optional. You know.
I have no desire to be rich ever. I really don't. Like if these guys made it, oh my god, I don't know how they handle it. I couldn't be a famous person. I think I'd be horrible.
No.
Beer?
Sure.
That's how you handle it, right?
There you go.
The trick. Okay, so this is something. Okay, I recognize this when I got nominated for the podcast. It's great to feel recognized for your work, and it's awesome and it's wonderful. Mm-hmm. But now what? I mean, and that's and the real. I think the real secret to success. Because I think at some point I'm going to get. I believe this. I'm going to be really successful, right? And something tells me you're well on your way of doing that yourself.
That would be awesome.
And I have to listen to you guys play, so I can't comment I can't comment just yeah, right. So, but if you do put in the work and the time, right? Chances are, you guys are going to get the opportunity at the very least to have a decent career at this, right? Right, very least. You can definitely make a living doing this if you guys play your business cards correctly, right? However, right, the hardest part about success is staying hungry enough to do the things you did that made you successful. That's the real challenge. And if you can, you're going to enjoy it. You should enjoy it, right? Now, like I said, I'm not a big fan of the mountain of cocaine some of these guys get to when they're that rich. When you're that rich and you have that much money, open an orphanage or something. I don't know, you know. But on the same token, you're right. As long as you should enjoy it a bit, but you gotta stay hungry for it to keep going with it. And if you can do that, and if you
lose your interest in your, I've seen some people get to that point. Like I watched a band get signed, and they went on this little mini tour in Canada, and they did bad stuff, came home, ratted each other out, and broke up, and they just. As the end, they could have been so big.
Yeah, but again, it's handling failure is easy. Handling success, that's the real test of character, honestly.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I could be like famous. I don't think I would deal with it.
Okay, no. We'll see fame. I don't wish on anybody. Success is I wish on everybody.
I'd be afraid to.
You should be. No.
I want somebody like, trying to see where I am, and the privacy thing would be gone.
No, it wouldn't be gone. You would have to do what a lot of other people do, and that's okay. So, look at really famous people. They, generally speaking, they do one of two things. You got to go to a city like New York, where you're literally one among billions, right? No one can follow you. I know it's ugly, but there's a reason. But the reason they do that is because on the street like that. You're lost in a crowd, and no one can really. You'll still get approached by some people, but you're never gonna be like pinned down, or you do what Paul McCartney does, and go into in his own little bubble, and right. But thing is, now the problem is, there are problems with that too. The problem being that you're in a bubble. And so you lose touch with a lot of the things that you take for granted. A famous person would probably tell you that the thing they regret the most is they can't walk down the street like a normal person.
See, that's what we're talking.
Yeah. Then again, keep in mind Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper, as famous as he was, never let it. He treated himself to be, I'm going to be the exact same way I am. Yeah. People knew him. His neighborhood knew him. Just knew him as Alice. He mowed his lawn like everybody else. Didn't care like anybody else. And he never had the issues a lot of others. And then the other thing too is his big thing with him is he was his show was his thing. He just traveled with the show, and him and his family just traveled with the show, which honestly is awesome. If I ever do find somebody crazy enough to be with me, and I'm really I'm really successful with the podcast, one of my ultimate goals is to go on the road with it. Same thing, because why not? Why not? To hear people's stories.
Yeah. Travel.
Yeah. Maybe like, hey, I know a photographer. You want to come?
Yeah. course I do.
Yes, she does.
It's fun.
Would you like to come too, Mr. Wayne?
Sure.
Yeah, there you
I'll
go.
carry the
To
bags.
play.
Yeah.
You can be my plus one as always.
Yeah. That's totally it.
I'm gonna get t-shirts as +1.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm with famous.
Yeah.
This is right.
I'm with the photographer, says I'm with the band.
Yeah.
I'm with the photographer.
Yeah, that's right. Totally. Oh, this has definitely been way more fun. The second half of this interview for sure. Yeah. I think honestly, continued success to you. I am.
Wow.
Yeah. I hope in your case you get, like I said, I really legit hope to see your stuff in like magazines, covers, and maybe
Awesome.
that's what you should be shooting for, and then work on that drum album. Hey,
All the time.
all drums all the time, exactly. Hey, listen, as from what you told me about an hour ago was that terrible, right? Then you certainly can't be worse than they were.
Oh no, that drummer was really good actually.
They weren't terrible. If you like punk music,
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah.
But I'm not a huge fan of punk, so that's why I didn't like it.
Ah, fair enough.
But if you like punk, it's fucking awesome,
Okay.
right? But it's old school kind of punk, right? So it's very
It's like,
like shitty Sex Pistols, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. True punk fans would be like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But it's punk.
And I like Sex Pistols, but there should only be one of them. Yeah.
Chick singer, so it kind of has different dynamics.
Well, no, that's cool.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's punk.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, punk is that kind of music that is very dated. And I think the punk movement is over, and it's been over for quite a while.
well, now it's kind of like punk
Right.
metal.
Well, so what I've noticed with music, and the same thing is kind of like mediums are mixing.
Yeah.
I'm coming out with a book board game, so I certainly can't say like mediums are mixing up, right? But yeah, mediums are mixing, but also the music is mixing. Like one of the things I'm really shocked at right now is I listen to a lot of rock music. I hear a lot of rap in rock music.
Uh-huh.
Which is again, it's an evolution, but it's like it's incredible. So it doesn't shock me like even metal. I listen to I love metal because metal goes like in so many different directions. Yeah, right. That's
So many
There's so much
different
going
genres
on.
of metal. It's almost ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
borderline ridiculous.
yeah, but the thing is, but that's what makes metal so cool because there's not just one.
Yeah.
Like I'm a Camelot, Nightwish, Blind Guardian. That's one.
He probably doesn't even know.
I know Nightwish.
Oh.
No, Nightwish is good
That's old
shit.
school, yeah.
That's good
You
shit.
like Camelot too.
Yeah.
Never heard of
Yeah.
those guys.
Yeah,
I'd like that.
Camelot's good. I also like Viking metal, like Amon Amarth. I like yes,
They're
they're
good.
they're fun. And then but I also like every once in a while just like the screaming stuff like Tranquility. Like I'll every once in a while I like going into that realm.
Yeah.
And I can go into all three realms sometimes with one band in metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a big diversity in there too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like I think metal is this weird exception in music in that it's like all the other ones seem to kind of merging together, but metal's kind of like the universe. The universe just goes in infinite variety, and metal's just like we're just going infinite variety. So whether I see a barefoot dude on stage playing, like okay, that's badass, just because you're on bare feet up there, right?
Yeah.
Or Viking horn drinking, right? Or like just people being, I think metal. I think metal is just I think why metal is so popular, or at least the niche is very solid.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Very
It never gets
solid.
super popular, but it never goes away. It's actually just continual,
Mhm.
right?
It's a niche. It's a niche, and it's a really strong niche.
Yeah.
So.
What bugs me though is that people who aren't involved in the scene or have never been to a metal show, then they think we're like these dark, mad, mean people, but we are actually the most loveliest fucking group.
Well, I think. Okay, so here's the thing that took me a while to wrap my head around with metal, right? Some of you guys look incredibly mean and rough and tough.
Oh yeah.
So I realized that like for like metal chick, you don't necessarily offer flowers. Now some of them really like it, but you don't. Yeah, right. But you offer a skull. I'm not quite sure why, but all of a sudden it's like right, you offer a skull, and then you see this really sweet, shy, sincere person come out, and you're like, so why do you do all this? And then they're like, well, I get it all out that way, and it's healthy, and I'm good every other, and then you're like, that makes sense. But a lot of people don't go down that journey, right? So. Oh, but again, it's the wrapping around like flowers, not necessarily first choice. Go with skulls or booze.
Skulls for her.
Yeah. Skulls of your enemies.
What?
Skulls of your enemies.
Oh, yeah.
See?
Right. No.
No.
Fantasizing. You see that?
Yeah, it's just like maybe. Maybe. Okay. It's okay. It's alright. Alright, so we're gonna do this again, and then we'll actually wrap the actual interview part of this up. So, how can people find you?
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Viewbug.
Viewbug? Cool. I haven't done that one yet.
There's one more, I think.
Never
It's
heard.
strictly,
Yeah.
that one's just photography. It's all photography.
Oh.
Yeah, you can actually vote. You have contests that you enter, and people vote on your
Are you
picture.
entering contests?
Oh yeah, weekly. I do it every week. Oh yeah. I've
So-
won.
so-
I think it was 52 last time I checked.
So then do you know what you need? Okay, so we are wrapping this up, but I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
On your Facebook and some of the more popular social media stuff, mention your contest and that you won.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, in my there's another thing I gotta fill out my bio.
Yeah. I know. I mean,
No, that's.
I do kind of dabble in publicity. It's a weird balancing act for me because I've become unexpectedly popular these last few months, so my plans kind of went down the toilet as far as publicity goes right now. Right? It's like because it's just like, but not in a bad way. It's like hey, your podcast is really popular right now. It's like, okay, I gotta write that out. But
Totally should.
yeah. But while I do that, I always think about the big picture stuff, and what people care about is, okay, so who do you are, what do you offer, why should I care? And the thing is, those are the three questions you have to answer to make a sale, period, of any kind. And in your case, if you're winning contests on a regular basis, I'm a contest-winning, ass-kicking photographer, right?
I have a hard time saying that kind of stuff about myself.
Everybody does. No, no. I have a hard time saying it. So I have a feeling you're gonna actually pop when I do my next thing. Did you ever watch? Have you ever watched old school pro wrestling?
Yeah, I used to love it.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
grandma used to take me to Stampede Wrestling here when I was
Okay. So.
Oh yeah.
So, my favorite character from Stampede was Bad News Allen.
Ah!
So.
funny.
Yes.
I love the Ultimate Warrior. I love him.
Okay. So. Let's look at the Ultimate Warrior just objectively here for a second here. This is a man in tassels.
Yeah.
Paints his face. Doesn't really say anything that is remotely comprehensible.
Nope.
No, it never did, right?
Nope.
But on the flip side, he made more money at one point than Hulk Hogan did. Why?
It was his aura and his presence.
No,
His
yes,
show.
yes, but there's a big other important part of this. He believed in it.
Yeah.
So this is the odd catch-22. See, my personal favorite was Macho Man.
Went to a Slim Jim.
Yes. Ooh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
My youngest son had one, and he used to punch it all the time, and it would go oh.
Yeah. So, but Macho Man was my favorite. So was Jake the Snake. Those were my favorite too.
Oh, I forgot about Jake the Snake.
Yeah. So wait. I think me.
Snake Roberts.
Now here's the thing. Okay. So the thing about both of them. Again, if you look at what they're doing, it's absurd on the one hand because they're like, here they are talking about how they're going to kick somebody's ass at this place at this time, and you don't want to miss it. It's dumb on one hand. I mean, seriously, who says that on TV, right?
That is
Right. On the flip side, but it's not what they're saying. It's what they're actually conveying.
How they're saying it.
That's yes, they believe it. So you have gone. How long have you been taking pictures?
The music side?
No, just in general.
Oh, since I was 8.
So you've been doing this. I'm going to ask, how old are you? Are you, and hopefully not get punched in the face for it?
2 years.
She just turned 40 last March.
32 years.
Yeah. You have worked and struggled and done this for over 30 years. You have practiced. You have managed your craft in a way. 30 years is incredible dedication. No matter how you slice that, that might actually be the most impressive thing about you. And that honestly
Thank you.
says a lot.
I haven't done it on this level.
No, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You have been doing this for a long time, and you are finally seeing rewards for how hard you have worked at this. Now, here's the thing. No one's going to believe that more than you. So if you don't do it a little bit, and again, there's a line between I'm a pretentious prick but here's the thing. That pretentious prick line gets wider and wider the more you accomplish. Because then people will be like, I'm annoyed you have an ego, but you're backing it up, so I can't say shit, right? And that's right. So a little ego about what you've done. No, but you need it a little bit. I'm not saying like again, you don't have to be a prick about it.
Oh no.
But you have to be like, look, I am the Metal Maiden. I have been doing this for a long time. I win contests. I kick ass on a regular basis, and I am
You ain't bragging if you back it up.
Exactly. And I'm probably better at this than most of you. And then honestly, it's very straight, right?
That's a good one.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't have to be quite that. You don't even have to be quite that brash.
Yeah.
But you're right. You don't even have to be that brash. But you have to be like, I'm a good photographer. Right? I'm good at what I do. I know who I am, and I will deliver this kind of product to you every single time. I feel like you probably could get yourself to the point where you could do that on a regular basis.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
I haven't got turned down very many times. So.
No, that's what, so this, you're making my point for me here. You know this, right? right. You're making
He's the one who says no, not them, because you can't.
Yeah, and that's so that should tell you something right there.
That's raw.
Yes.
See, that even feels weird.
No, but again, a little bit of that. You need that, because here's the other thing too. You can ask with a little bit of that, you can get more for it too.
That's true. That is.
Yeah. So there's a line. There is a line with that, and you're gonna right. But it's good to have it a little bit. Learn from that's what everybody can learn from professional wrestling.
Good example,
Professional
actually.
asshole.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, professional bitch.
And that's okay, but and they're like, you're a bitch, but I get paid.
Yeah, get paid.
Yes.
I wouldn't give this up for nothing, and I definitely wouldn't say, "Oh, why it's soccer."
No,
That's for sure.
no. But I'm not saying you would. What I'm saying is, it's okay to be upfront with what you're doing, and you should be.
Yeah. Oh, I've had to be.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to do, but.
But no, and again, and to be perfectly honest, it's hard for us all. Like me talking about my stuff, it's a lot harder for me to talk about me than it is to talk about you, right?
Yeah.
It's easier to build other people up than it is to build yourself. But you have to build yourself. Otherwise, no one's going to believe you.
That's true.
It's a weird catch-22.
It is. It is.
No, it's like you said about time. You're asking for somebody's most important thing, their time, and you can't give it back.
Yeah.
Oh, can't.
You can't give them a refund under 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So.
That's actually a good way to put it.
Yeah. I think me and Mr. Rank could have many a night just drinking and chilling.
Oh.
You should podcast them next.
Oh, no, I totally would.
Now they know we jam every Tuesday, Thursday.
Okay, because I work evenings, it'd be like till like after 9.
Yeah, sometimes they don't start.
Well, we don't start,
9.
so it depends on how many beers we have. And
Yeah.
You're off at 9, or are you?
I get off. Like I can go as late as 9:45, but generally speaking, I'm off like right around 8:45, 9 o'clock.
That's fine.
Yeah, I get here probably around 9:30, 9:45 kind of ish.
We'll be done jamming by then, but
yeah.
You can make a later night once in a while.
We can do.
Yeah.
Well, we'll change it to a Friday if you want to come and if you actually want to come and do this with the band, we'll put it to a Friday because we all get up early in the morning for work.
Yeah,
thing, right?
No, I totally get that. No, so I think. Hold on. We gotta do this. We gotta do one formal thing here.
Okay.
Miss Maggie, thank you very, very much for coming on my show. I hope it was fun for you.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It's neat to be interviewed. I was kind of worried at first, but thank you.
No worries. This took a little longer than expected. Partially, this interview was held up a little bit by request, only because we wanted to do another one, and I'm definitely going to do another one. I had forgotten how much fun Maggie and Wayne were. I want to thank Maggie and Wayne both very, very much for making me feel welcome. I didn't know what to expect, and I thought this was my first interview with a photographer, and a very successful one at that. So thanks, guys. You made me feel very welcome, and I appreciate it. And both of you are welcome back anytime. In fact, Wayne, with the rest of his band, will be a guest on a future episode, Just Joshing. I'm going to give you a hint. It'll probably be around Christmas, because that I can't think of a better way to honor the holidays and spread the fly. And I'm not even going to go beyond that, more than that, until you listen to the interview. But for Maggie, I also want to do a little bit of congratulations for her. She's a photographer at Live Music Magazine that actually started very, very recently. So congratulations, Maggie, for making it. That's just awesome. I'm really happy to see you doing more magazine stuff. You definitely deserve it. So I got kind of one more thing to take care of here. With what's happened, with everything that's been going on, I definitely feel like a momentum swing with the podcast. A lot of really cool doors have opened, and I'm going for some things. So the format of the show is going to slightly change, but not for bad reasons, but for good reasons. I am actively seeking sponsorships. I'm actively seeking, advertisement for the podcast. I'm not going to go, as far as advertisements go, there won't be more than a couple minutes an episode. I'll probably mark the advertisements. So any advertisers listening, make your ads good. Otherwise, people are going to just breeze right by them. Beyond that, the podcast is going into a whole other level in the next year. So the format's going to change just very slightly. You will probably hear stuff like sponsored by the We Say So Corporation because we say so, and stuff like that. But it's just the way it's going. I'm really excited for where this podcast has gone. It's gone already. I am literally looking at my award. I never in my wildest dreams thought I'd get, and yeah. So this interviews like this have made it possible, and listeners like you who are listening right now, thank you very much. And yeah, the best is yet to come. And that will do it for another episode of Just Joshing. So you can support the podcast a number of different ways. You can subscribe to it. Podomatic, iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. I am on every platform that is imaginable. Go on Spotify, look me up, download me there. Google Play if you're an Android user. iTunes if you're an Apple user. I promise you at least 2 episodes a week, Monday and Thursday. So yeah, check it out there. I have my books, The Watcher, Storm Dancer, Wandering God, and coming soon, Alice Zero will be available soon. You can buy my books on Amazon, Kobo, Watcher, Storm Dancer, Wandering God in particular. You can get through MiravalPublishing.com. Take a look there. My YouTube channel is Joshua Pantellaresco. To the rest, thanks for listening. See you again. Stay inspired. Keep going. You never know where things will take you. All right, guys. Have a good one.
Josh.